Game here is on Monday night, so we'll probably have a look around this on Sunday as well when we do the show. But it's West Ham United against Brentford. West Ham 7-5 plus 140. The draw 13-5 plus 260. Brentford 17-10 plus 170. Baz.
West Ham now 7 without a win. 3 defeats in a row by a combined score of 11-0. 11-0 in the last 3 games. Home form doesn't really give them any kind of comfort either. They've got no win in the last 4 there. And Brentford have won the last 2 head-to-heads. I know they're not in great form themselves. They just look a bit more likely to get a win at the moment. They've got comparison games here, wins against Wolves and Forest recently. They've been slightly better, I'd say, since the return of Tony. We know they've got Wissa back now from the African nations as well. They had lost 5 or 6 straight games before Tony come back, and now they've sort of won 2 of the last 5. So they're definitely a little bit of an uptick in form. And as I say, I just think in current form, they look a bit more likely than West Ham. They held City to a 1-goal margin. And I just think at these prices, I'd rather be on Brentford here than West Ham. I went for a really straightforward Brentford to beat West Ham 17-10 plus 170.
Now, if you'd put a gun to me head, Baz, to pick a side, it would have been Brentford. But I just wanted a little bit of a bigger price. I don't think Brentford away from home in that form at 17-10 does much for me. I've just been laughing. I don't know if you noticed, Bob was commando crawling behind me to plug his phone in. If you wondered what that green turtle arse-shaped thing was, it was just caterpillaring along behind me. I don't want either team. West Ham are a mess. I was correct to fade them. They're shite. And we've started making money on them. But just not against Brentford. They were relatively competitive against Liverpool and Manchester City without actually ever looking like they were going to get a point. Last Monday, we saw a horrible 1-1 draw between Crystal Palace and Everton. And this looks like the same. So I'm going to take the draw, Baz. Is it 13-5 plus 260? And I'm going to take the 1-1 draw, Barry, because we've just come off a good one. 13-2 plus 650. West Ham United v Brentford is the 1-1 draw of the week.
It's Malcolm's 1-1 draw of the week. Both teams scored a goal.
There you go. So 1-1 draw of the week. But big and cynical, having watched that game, Maidstone never kicked the ball for the first 42 minutes. And then somehow got a breakaway and scored. And I think there was 6-4 plus 150 to score that game. This time round, they're 4-5 minus 125. So I think it's too short. And also, by that token, both teams to score was 9-10. Sorry, both teams to score no. It was 9-10 minus 111 because that's what I'm hearing too. I think the prices have just contracted too much on Maidstone to get a goal here. So Coventry to win and both teams to score no is sitting at even money. Because like I say, you can have the both teams to score no at 9-10. It's not going to finish 0-0. Cov will get 3 or 4 goals here. It's whether or not Maidstone can get one. And honestly, I don't think they should. They did great last time. But the price has just gone the other way. So Coventry to win, both teams to score no, even money plus 100.
Yeah, so we're kicking off with a sort of fairy tale story of Maidstone. And it's a hard one to handicap in a way because you look at the. I started by looking at the form lines. What have they done since the win over Ipswich and and then I just thought, why am I doing this? Because it doesn't matter, does it? None of their league form really matters. They've just lost back-to-back games, I think, or they certainly lost their last game. They lost to Aveley in the last game in the league. But as I say, that it just doesn't matter. You're looking at a completely standalone game from what any of them are doing in the league. But then how do you handicap it? Because you look at the form and you look at the respective positions in the league, and the obvious outcome is that comfortable Coventry win. 1-7, where do you go with that? I don't think there will be the fairy tale ending here. I think it will come to the end of the road and a good journey it'll have been for Maidstone. I'd love to see them take another step, but I just don't think they will. I think this will be a step too far. And whilst I often sort of look at championship teams as a potential banana skin or a potential sort of slip up because if they're in the promotion hunt, how much do they care about the FA Cup when they're going for playoff positions, promotion and stuff like that? But I think if you're in the last 16 as a championship team and you're up against a non-league side, you don't waste the chance of getting a place in the last 8 of the FA Cup. So I don't see Coventry making tons of changes. You've mentioned the same. You don't think there'll be wholesale changes because it is a big opportunity to get into that last 8 and you get another favourable draw. Next thing you know, you could be in a cup semi-final. So we're getting to the business end now. It's a good opportunity for Coventry. I think all Coventry will win. I think they'll win comfortably like you. I've taken Coventry to win both halves at even. So it fits in with you a little bit. If there's no goal from Maidstone, you've got every chance with that pick. So again, looking for someone around evens. It's not always easy when you've got a 1-7 favourite. But that's where I've gone. I think Coventry to win both halves will have a decent chance.
It's a great pick, Barry. Absolutely adore that pick.